Hey guys, how you been holding up? So today we are going to talk about the top 5 best movies of 2019 so far. Now, this is just a personal opinion. If you don't like these movies, that is totally fine. Um, I love you just the same, and we all have different opinions. So, let's get into the countdown. Starting with number 5, Dumbo. Oh gosh, controversial pick, I know. But this movie turned a mediocre Disney movie into a more thought-provoking and heartfelt movie. The climax is epic and very climactic, and they fixed all the problems the original had. Some people that really grew up with the original will probably dislike this movie because it changes so much. But honestly, I think it's a better movie. This movie got a lot of backlash for some reason. It does not deserve to be dragged down with all the other lousy Disney live-action remake. Do you want to pick on a Disney live-action remake? Pick on The Lion King. Director Tim Burton takes this heartwarming journey and adds a few very good changes that make it not only epic or heartfelt, but also a very good character-driven movie where not just Dumbo, but the Ringmaster even gets some character development and cares about his troop more than his money. Dumbo is an underrated gem in a sea of Disney movies, and I totally recommend you go check it out. Also, the CGI on Dumbo, very well executed. It looks very cute. Number 4, Spider-Man Far From Home. Now this is what I call the Shrek 2 of the Spider-Man franchise. It ups the stakes from the original, which if you've seen my top 5 or top 3 best Marvel movies, you know I wasn't a fan of the original Homecoming. But I feel like this smoothed out all the wrinkles that I didn't like about the original Homecoming. And it developed the characters more, and it's more thought-provoking. The adventure that they go on is far more epic, and don't want to spoil it entirely, but there's a big twist at the end. You probably would have predicted it anyway. Starting off with the visuals. The visuals are absolutely stunning. Possibly the best in any Spider-Man movie. So the plot is they're recruited by Nick Fury, Peter Mysterio, to go and fight these elements, which are basically creatures from another universe in the multiverse, or so Mysterio has said. Something Mysterio about that. The film is more epic than its predecessor, and the characters are far more likable than they were in the first movie. The costumes and all the cool gadgets that Peter gets are very badass, and also the places that they go to are very immersive. It's a thought-provoking story, one of betrayal and love, and also finding yourself. Peter feels like he can never fill Tony's shoes after what happened in Avengers Endgame. So it's a very big deal for him being the next Iron Man. He feels like the pressure of the world is on him. And we see his struggle as he tries to be the hero that Tony wants him to be. It's heartbreaking when he fails so miserably and makes the worst mistake possible. This is a movie that most people can relate to. The character is not perfect. He's flawed like everyone else. He makes mistakes. But we can all learn from Peter, and we can all try better. So, John Watts, great job in delivering a better movie than its predecessor. This is the Spider-Man movie in the MCU movie you must watch. Number 3, Avengers Endgame. Now come on. Did you really expect me to talk about the best movies of 2019 and not talk about the magnum opus that was Avengers Endgame? This movie takes place directly or 5 years after Infinity War, and it is better than Infinity War. In fact, if you've seen my top 3 Marvel movies, then you know that this is the best Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, possibly the best Marvel movie. It totally reached a new high in terms of movie experiences, where all heroes that were built up in this universe came together to fight Thanos. This was epic. Avengers Endgame is the Marvel movie that really cemented Marvel's reputation in making the best movies in the business. This film brings Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, the Mystic Arts, all the characters. And it's not only an action-packed adventure, but it's a heart-wrenching movie that deals with loss and it deals with stress. In fact, it really touches upon the 5 stages of grief. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should watch Super Carlin Brothers video. Basically, every one of the Avengers goes through at least one of the 5 stages of grief. But this is a movie that everyone can relate to. If you thought Spider-Man Far From Home had relatable messages and thought-provoking characters, you gotta see Endgame. Endgame is the movie that is the real tearjerker when it comes to Marvel. It accomplishes everything. It is a perfect, flawless, epic masterpiece, and I totally recommend it for any Marvel fans. And even if you're not into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you still gotta watch it. It is awesome. There is no denying this is the movie event of the year, the most anticipated movie of 2019. Everybody in the theater was clapping when the heroes came back. It is an epic masterpiece. Number 2. Toy Story 4. A lot of people have mixed thoughts about this movie. Some people love it and say that it's one of the best Pixar films. Some people don't really think much of it, just think it's mediocre at best. For me, I totally flat out love it. Like, after Endgame, I needed a slow, very smooth, peaceful change of pace. And with Toy Story, it's very welcoming. Not only is it the comeback for Pixar, in my opinion, a true comeback, but it is one of the greatest animated movies of all time. It's not as good as Toy Story 3, but it's still a great movie. And Bo Peep, total badass character. They totally changed her for the best. She is fun, likable, and kind of cute. Woody's clearly learned a lot ever since the first movie. He is a very well written and very likable character. He's more of a father figure than anything. And Buzz, he's his same lovable, eccentric self. And just all the characters have remained timeless over the years and have remained as lovable as they were back in 1995. Toy Story 4 is a must-watch for any Toy Story fans or any Pixar fans. Oh, and speaking of which, the animation, drop dead gorgeous. It is the best animation Pixar has ever done. They have come so far. If you've seen the fur from the first Toy Story, like the fur on the dog from the first Toy Story, Scud, you'll see that they have really come a long way in terms of animation. This is possibly the best animation in any animated feature. This totally deserved the Animax seal of approval, and I might review it very soon, and give it the Thonio Go Pro. With the addition of new characters like Duke Kaboom and Forky, who I wasn't expecting to like at all. I was expecting Forky to be really annoying, But it turns out that he's a very likable character, and he has some very funny and sweet moments as well. The songs, I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away, it really spoke to me, and it's a song that I hope everyone hears. It surpasses Friend in Me, it surpasses We Belong Together. It is a touching, heartwarming song. Me, it's a touching message of how Jesus won't let us throw ourselves away. I totally recommend this movie. Please go check it out. And the number one best movie of 2019 is Breakthrough. This is based off a true story. A boy falls in some icy water, and his mom prays for him throughout the whole time that he's asleep. And eventually, he does come back. Breakthrough is a story of perseverance, and it is an inspiration to all us. It's what we should aspire to be. Persevering Christians. And always seeking Jesus. This is an awesome movie, and I highly recommend that you go check it out. It's heart-wrenching seeing this kid and seeing this mother break down as she almost loses her faith. But she does persevere, and she eventually gets her son back. This is not only my favorite Christian movie, but my favorite movie of 2019. Please give this a watch. It's the movie that I want this generation to see. Okay, bros, let me know what your picks for the top 5 best movies of 2019 are. Skadoosh.